Welcome back to K Entertainment, and in this video we continue on our journey to break down India's squad ahead of the Border Gavaskar Trophy. Now in the last part we broke down the top order, and in this part we're diving straight into the middle order. First up we have Virat Kohli. He has been amazing for India, and there's not much to say about him, especially when you go to Australia. I mean, only good things, and he bossed the Aussies for the last few series, 2014-2018. Obviously he barely played in 2022. But his last few years, he has really struggled, and he will be very hungry to show his worth. Look at those stats. I mean, that's artwork right there. Over 100 matches, his average has just recently dipped below 50. He has 60 50 plus scores, yet 29 of them are centuries. That's an insane conversion rate, and just shows that when he's set, he can dominate the game just by himself. He has crossed 9k in the last series, and he will be hungry to head towards the 10k mark. In Australia, his stats are even better. I mean, 6 centuries across only 25 innings is marvelous. Averaging 54, again, great stats over there. But now you look at the WTC era, the last few years of Test circuit, where he averages 37 with only 4 centuries, made to look better because in the first year of those, he was still coming off on good form. But last 5 years just haven't really been his best. In 4 of those last 5 years, he's averaged below 30, which for a player of his stature is very disappointing. Him coming back to Australia hopefully also means him coming back to form. Now going to players who aren't as maturities, and we have Rahul versus Sarfaraz Khan. Rahul we already consider with the openers, not great in Australia, averaging only 20 there. He's still so technically sound and good with the pull, the flick and all that you feel like he's just a mental block away from being a monster. At 53 games, averaging below 35, he's been given a lot of opportunities, and he's not really shown his mettle yet despite a few centuries here and there. So then you look to someone like Sarfaraz Khan, and at 27 he has not been tested a lot on the international circuit. He has had some good innings, but in tough conditions he hasn't quite been able to stick around. Nevertheless, it's not been a lot of games for him internationally, and he has been monstrous on the Ranji circuit. His first class average of 70 is impressive, but that goes up a lot in the last few years, and he had a great double century in the Irani Cup finals too. Is he as proven against pace as he is against spin? I don't think so, and that's where I think he might struggle in these conditions. So it will be interesting to see which way the selectors go. Looks like these two are the favorites. Now someone who is a certainty is Rishabh Pant. And in the last BGT, his performance was the stuff of legends. His counter-attacking style and ability to perform across all conditions is why he was India's best test bat for the last few years. His injury then scared everyone, but then his comeback since then has been seamless and very impressive. A quick peek at his stats, and as a wicketkeeper batsman, him averaging 45 with 6 centuries and even more, like I think 790s, is unbelievable. Him in Australia has been another love story altogether, averaging over 60 across 2 series with 100 and 250 plus scores, which are both in the high 80s. Post-injury, he has once again been averaging around the 50 mark, which goes to show his quality and the fact that he is back. Now let's look at some other people. Dhruv Jurel in the squad made bank, by the way, in the IPL retentions, but traveling as backup, not only is he great with the gloves, he showed composure in tough positions against England. Alongside him, you have Nitish Kumar Reddy, who's very inexperienced but very young, and the profile he fits is someone that no one except Hardik does. To groom him as someone who could be impactful in the long format is the stuff of dreams. He is good against spin, has solid hit-the-deck bowling, which I think would suit Australia, but it will be intriguing to see how he fares when he comes up against a solid Australian pace trio. A few of the players who missed the cut, you got DDP, who only had 1 innings for India unfortunately, but he was great in that and had a great showing for India A just now too, alongside someone like Sai Sudarshan. Hardik Pandya, of course, sadly not cut out for Test considering his fitness, but nonetheless he is worth a mention. And then even Ishan Kishan has done pretty good in his few opportunities when it comes to red ball cricket. Obviously you've got better options ahead of him, and he's not exactly in BCCI's good graces right now, but still someone who's out there. And then Pujara Rahane. Now they're past it, I will be the first one to say it, had a great series last time around, but it's time to move on from them. However, just out of respect for how good they were last series, I think they're worth a shout, just to mention. There are a few more people who I think could make the middle order. I don't know what Gambhir's cooking, he could give them a chance, but we'll come to that in the next part 3, where we get into spinners, or in our case, the spinning all-rounders. In the meantime, stay tuned, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and drop down your predictions in the comments below. Thanks for watching, see you next time.